Hi everyone, it's Tracy, and I thought I would do a video response on the Halloween 30 questions tag. Looked like a lot of fun. I don't know that this is the best thing for me to do. I'm not really big on scary stuff. I'm a scaredy cat, so I'm prepared. I have my answers prepared because that's kind of just who I am. I do stuff ahead of time. I don't typically fly by the seat of my pants. So anyway, here are the 30 questions and my responses to those 30 questions. The first question is your favorite horror or Halloween themed song. And my favorite is Sympathy for the Devil, not the Rolling Stones version, but the Guns N' Roses version that was created for the Interview with the Vampire movie. It's over the end credits and right at the beginning of the end credits. It's just a really wonderful version of that song, and that's not really spooky, but it's a thinker. It definitely makes you think about how you feel about the devil and what's the devil and that sort of thing. Not that I believe in the devil, and we'll get to that in a minute. The second question. Name something you wouldn't want to run into in a dark forest or an abandoned building. Well, first of all, I wouldn't be in a dark forest or an abandoned building, particularly by myself, because I'm scaredy cat. But secondly, in my attempt to be humorous here, I said Donald Trump, because I really don't want to run into him anywhere. So that's my answer to that question. Have you ever played with a Ouija board? Number 3. Only did that when I was a kid. Here in America, Ouija boards were marketed as board games by, I don't know if it was Milton Bradley or Parker Brothers or one of those game manufacturers. So it was definitely a game, and, I was 12, 14 years old, and nothing happened. So, and now I don't know that I'd want one. I might want one because I think they're pretty. I've seen coffee table Ouija boards, but I don't know that I would use one. I'm scared cat. I'd be afraid of what I saw. Your favorite horror monster or villain? Well, here I am definitely a vampire girl. I have been a vampire girl since Interview with the Vampire by Anne Rice. And so my favorite well, not necessarily villains, they are sort of monsters, are vampires, but I like vampires because they really are a reflection of humanity more than a monster. Some monsters, like zombies, I don't get zombies. Zombies just walk around eating people. Vampires, well, they tend to be very attractive. Let's face it, modern vampires tend to be very attractive. And they make you think about yourself and yourself as a human being. So anyway, that long ramble to say, my favorite vampires are Eric from True Blood, and also from the books, because I read the books that True Blood was based on before I ever watched the series on HBO. The Vampire Lestat, again, Anne Rice, wonderful, wonderful vampire that she created there. And not so much in the movies, again, the books. And then Dracula, but the Dracula from the Gary Oldman version of the Dracula movie, because he was just fantastic as that particular Dracula. All right. And that was the question I had the hardest time with, was coming up with an answer for, was who my favorite monster villain was. I wanted to try to get really clever, but in the end, it's just what I like. Number 5, the creepiest thing that's ever happened while you were alone. Well, not much creepy has happened to me, but I had a bug walk on my arm one time, and that was pretty creepy because you don't know it's there, and then you feel it. It's kind of creepy, but that's about it. Number 6, if you were dared to spend the night in a haunted house, would you do it? Well, that depends. If it was like a haunted hotel or a haunted bed and breakfast, absolutely, I'd spend the night, because I don't really believe in ghosts. But if it was an abandoned house or something like that, or no, because I'm not going to spend the night in an abandoned house. I'm the chicken. Are you superstitious? No, absolutely not. People at work make fun of me because when I come in from the rain and I come in the building and I open up my umbrella for it to dry out, they're all, oh, well, you've got an umbrella open in the building, and whatever. Number 8, do you ever see figures in your peripheral vision? Absolutely not. with the glasses, I basically have no peripheral vision. So no, I think Veronica Jude said that she saw floaters because she's getting old. That's me. I'm seeing floaters. Number 9, which urban legend scares you the most? I don't buy urban legends. Number 10, do you prefer gore or thrillers? Can't stand gore movies. I just don't see the point of them. But I love a good thriller, and I love an Alfred Hitchcock movie. Number 11, do you believe in multiple dimensions or worlds? Well, it's possible. Anything's possible. My mind is open enough to say that yes, it's possible. I haven't really thought about it much beyond, Sheldon on The Big Bang Theory talking about it. So, I don't know. Number 12, ever made a potion of any sort? Yeah. Number 13, do you get scared easily? Yeah, I'm a big scaredy cat. Number 14, have you ever played Bloody Mary? Well, not only have I never played Bloody Mary, but I had never even heard of it until I saw this list of questions. So I had to go Google it and find out what it was. So no, I've never played Bloody Mary. Number 15, do you believe in demons or the devil? And absolutely not. I do not believe in demons or the devil. I don't believe in angels. I believe that good and that evil, or that whatever you want to call it, is just aspects of our own humanity. We all have the capacity for great good and horrible evil, and demons are just a way for us to deny responsibility. Number 16, you're home alone, but you hear footsteps in your house. What do? Well, I'm going to call the police, because that's just it. I'm going to call the police. Number 17, if you got trapped in one scary movie, which would you choose? Well, since I'm a big old scaredy cat and I'm not going to want to be in a scary movie, I picked a movie called Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein, because I don't want to be in a scary movie. And that's a funny movie, but it has the classic monsters in it. It has Frankenstein's monster, it has the Wolfman, and it has Dracula in it, and probably a couple others that I can't remember right off the top of my head. So I want to go hang out with Abbott and Costello. Number 18, if you could only wear one Halloween costume for the rest of your life, what would you be? And I would actually choose to be me, and I would choose to be my authentic me, that the person that I don't let a whole lot of people see, if that makes any sense. I am so scared sometimes of just being me that I hide that person, and I would love to feel free enough to just be me and not care what anybody else thinks. Number 19, would you ever go to a graveyard night? Sure, absolutely, with a group. Because if I went by myself, I'm not afraid of ghosts. I'm afraid I would fall down and I wouldn't be able to get up. And I'm in the South. We have graveyard tours around here, particularly at Halloween. Right down 20 miles from me, you can go take a tour of an old graveyard. And I love doing that. That's fun. I love graveyards. I think they are peaceful, just calm and peaceful, beautiful places. Number 20, in a zombie apocalypse, what is your weapon of choice? Well, like I said, I'm a vampire girl. I really have nothing to do with zombies, so sorry, I don't know what weapon kills zombies, because I don't pay attention to zombies. 21, would you rather go to a Halloween party or go trick-or-treating? Well, just like just about everybody I've heard, I want to go to a party. Number 22, you're in a horror movie. Are you the final girl, the first to die, the comic relief, the skeptic, the smart one, or the killer? I like to think that I would be the funny one, but I would probably be the first one to die, because I would fall down and boom, gone. 23, do you have to watch something happy after watching a horror movie so you can go to sleep? And again, I'm a scaredy cat. I don't really watch horror movies, and I don't watch them at night, because I can watch crime dramas at night and have dreams about being murdered. So no, I can't watch scary things at night. There were a couple of scary movies that I really enjoyed because I think they were a little more in your head. But I liked The Others with Nicole Kidman, and I really liked The Ring. But I did watch that one like in the morning, and I watched it on TV where it had commercial breaks. That's a thing that I can do. I can watch a scary movie if it has commercial breaks because that sort of breaks the tension and allows me to let go. And, I know it's a movie. I know in my head this is just a movie, but the rest of my body just does not react that way to horror movies. Number 24, another horror movie question. Whilst watching scary movies, are you the person who yells at the character, the person with their eyes covered the whole time, or the person who falls asleep? I'm definitely the person with my eyes covered the whole time, although I will occasionally yell at the character. But I remember I tried to watch The Exorcist, and I was much younger, and I had a roommate at the time. And me and my roommate were going to sit down and we were going to watch The Exorcist. And I'm trying to, because that's a scary movie. And my roommate fell asleep. And when my roommate fell asleep, I turned off The Exorcist. So there you go. Tells you about me. Are you the one who gets scared or the one who does the scaring? I absolutely am. I'm a scared cat. I'm the one who gets scared. Was probably 10 years ago, there was a video going around the internet where you were watching something on a road and then all of a sudden, knocked out one of my contact lenses doing that. 26, favorite scary book. Rosemary's Baby. My mother let me read Rosemary's Baby when I was maybe 13 years old. Scared the shit out of me. But it was a fantastic book. Really a fantastic book. I highly recommend it. I've tried to read some Stephen King, but his stuff is so scary that I actually can't read it. And it's not scary. Vampire stories, I can deal with them because my whole being knows that vampires aren't real. But Stephen King's novels, he's such a fantastic writer. I wish he would write different stuff. His stories, you really believe that what is happening in those stories could actually happen. So I can't watch Stephen King. I can't read Stephen King. I tried a couple of Stephen King novels and I had to put them down. Remember there was an episode of Friends where Joey, or was it Rachel, had to put the book in the freezer? That's how I feel about Stephen King. 27. How old were you when you saw your first horror movie? I was about 10, I guess. It was on an old black and white television that was in the parents' bedroom, I think. It was called a Vincent Price movie called The House on Haunted Hill, which I can absolutely watch now. It doesn't bother me at all. I find it a little cheesy, a little campy, a little fun. But when I was 10, there's a scene in that movie with a head in a box. And of course the head looks fake and it's ridiculous now to look at it. But at the time, that head in the box scared me so bad. I had nightmares for a straight week about the head in the box. 28, what was your first Halloween costume? The first one that I can remember, we didn't have store-bought costumes growing up. We didn't have enough money for store-bought costumes, which were what kids my age in the 70s wanted, was the store-bought costumes. But my mother made scarecrow costumes for me and my brother out of old clothes. And then out of the armholes and the leg holes, she took some yellow yarn and she put yellow yarn coming out of them. And we had hats, and they were, looking back on them, they were fantastic costumes. We did have to wear them for several years in a row though. 29. What are you going to be for Halloween this year? I'm not sure. I do dress up a little bit for the trick-or-treaters because my neighborhood is full of kids, and I love to have the trick-or-treaters come by, and I sit out on the front porch with the big bowl of candy and give candy to the trick-or-treaters. And I usually either paint my face or put on a wig or something. Not any particular thing, just not me. So we'll see. I'm going to go to Halloween Express this weekend and see what I can find. And then finally, if you could have a spooky Halloween pet, black cat, owl, bat, rat, wolf, what would you pick? And I've always wanted to have a black cat named Merlin. So I'd probably pick a black cat. Although I love other people's animals, I don't want to have to take care of an animal on my own. I travel sometimes, and taking care of a pet isn't a good thing, but I like Black Cat. That's all 30 questions. I got through it in 15 minutes. Yay. And I would love to hear everybody else's answers to these questions. I will link Kelly Bear's video, and in Kelly Bear's video, she has got all of the questions listed in the description of her video. So you can go to her video and copy and paste it if you want to. And I will see you later.